The purpose of this video is to show you how you can create some sample data that is normally distributed using Google Sheets. To begin, we need to decide what will be the mean and standard deviation of our sample data, and then we can use a built-in function to create the data itself. I'm going to create an entry area where we can enter the mean and the standard deviation. And let's go ahead and assume a mean of 100 and a standard deviation of 10. Now that we have those created, we can start building sample data. So to do that, we're going to use a function which is the norm_inv function. And it needs three parts. It needs an x, which for us will be our random number, and then it needs the mean and the standard deviation. So for our random number, let's go ahead and just put in rand, open close parentheses. Then for our mean, we can click on the cell, so C4. And for the standard deviation, we'll click on C5. And now I can hit enter. You can see that when I do that, it creates a random number. If I change another cell, it'll recalculate. So we get a different random number, but it seems to be working. What I'm going to do next is copy this down to create as many data elements as I would like. But before I do that, I need to go back into my formula and lock the cell references so that when I copy this down, C4 doesn't change to C5 and C5 to C6 and so on. So to do that, I'm going to insert $ into the formula. And I can do that by hitting my F4 key, or you could just type the $ in. So here I've added the $ to C4 and C5, and now I'll hit enter. And now I can copy this down to create as much data as I would like. I can test the average and the standard deviation by just creating formulas. So equal to average, and then I'll select my data. And you can see the average is very close to 100. And then we can also do a standard deviation. So this is how you would, using Google Sheets, create some normally distributed sample data.